be ashamed of myself.
Right. That's true.
Because that's another soul going to hell. Mm-hmm. And the scripture said it enlarges its borders daily. Well, so many people that think in hell, ain't they going to run out of the room? Oh no, I'm sure the devil will build more places. He done had no more apartments. There more houses and all that. You wait, don't you come on down there. He got plenty, like God Jesus. He got plenty good room up there. Well, the devil probably got plenty good room down there too. He got plenty room down there to get you too.
That was me.
Don't think about that, but it's the truth. Once you know about water, please, sir. That's the truth. Jesus got plenty room up in heaven, and the devil sure got plenty room in hell. Come on, now we don't turn nobody away.
No,
he ain't like the motel where it's talking about no vacancies. Oh no, the devil got vacancies in that 24 hours a day.
Amen.
If you die at 8 or 12 or 6 o'clock, you need the devil say, "Come on in, we got your room ready." And the good thing about this hotel, the devil say, you ain't even got to pay the rent. You ain't even got to pay for the hotel. You did that the whole time you was alive. At least in heaven, we got gold and all that. In hell, you ain't got nothing. But blackness and darkness and torment and being burnt and forever and ever and ever. In my opinion, they can keep hell. Give me my heaven, they can keep hell. I say all the time when it gets real hot outside, I say, Lord God, please don't let I can't go to hell, Jesus. I can't. It's too. If it's hot here now, I can't. Can't do it. And I would not want to give the devil the satisfaction
I rebuke him.
Me sitting here being saved all this long time.
I rebuke him, baby.
And then pop up backslide. And have him to be laughing. Well, I knew he's going to get you one way or the other. Yeah. Look at you, all the ones you preached to and witnessed about this and all that praying you did, blah, blah, blah. Look where it got you. I want to give him the satisfaction.
No.
Oh, no. As long as I'm giving you a headache, I'm doing good.
That's right.
I want to talk about faith tonight.
If you get up there and say, you know what that is? That's faith.
That's right. You got to have faith to do it.
You gotta have faith, like, you gotta have faith to go back to saying.
You gonna do it from Psalms 23?
No. No, I'm not going to be like your father. How he got faith from the Lord is my shepherd, I don't know. I don't know. Lord help you. Only you can. We read the main verse that usually everybody always goes to for faith is Hebrews.
Yep.
Hebrews 11, but I'm going to be bouncing around some. But y'all ain't got to stand. If I read this, you understand. But I'm going to read Hebrews 11 and 1 through 6. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtained a good report. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. You see the things in heaven, but it ain't even appeared yet. You can remember Genesis, the first chapter.
Right.
He said God created heaven and earth. Verse 2, and the earth was out without form or void. And he said, in darkness was upon the face of the deep. Spirit of God moving over the waters. So God took nothing and made something out of it.
Right.
But you got the evolutionists saying, no, there was a big boom, and that's how the world got created. But we know God took all that empty space, nothing. There was nothing. You can imagine what happens if you move somewhere or you get ready to move in to somewhere,
Right.
there's nothing. It's empty. It's nothing until you start moving your furniture in it
Right.
and all your stuff in it. Well, the earth was nothing. It wasn't even an earth. And Jesus took it and made something out of it.
Right.
So us as Christians, we believe that we know the earth was formed by God. Okay, then he said, I lost my place. Okay. By faith Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous, God testified of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh. By faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because God had translated him. He took him up. For before his translation he had this testimony, that he pleased God. Now you know that you've got to have the favor of the Lord for you not to die and for you to just be took off the earth.
Right.
Just disappear. Now in Revelation, comes to the close to the end of time, the scripture says that there's two men that are supposed to be dead, laying dead in the street, two witnesses. And they killed them and they laid there in the street for 3 days. And then they got up and walked and left. Some people say it's Enoch and Moses. Some people say no, it's Elijah and Moses. But look, Enoch just disappeared. Can you imagine Tom sitting beside Rose 1 minute and Rose said, look, where Tom went? Tom just disappeared in the thin air. We don't know where he went. He didn't get up, walk nowhere. He just disappeared. Invisible. That's where Enoch was. But Moses was buried. So you know it's not going to be Moses. The only two men that just was taken off the face of the earth was Enoch and Elijah.
Yeah, that's right.
Elijah and Elisha. Elisha wanted Elijah's anointing. And Elijah said, man, you don't know what you want asking for. You see people say, well, I want to sing like Prince. I want to do this. I want your anointing. No, You ain't getting nothing of my anointing because I done put in too much time, sweat, blood, tears. It's a price to pay for the anointing.
Yep, it is.
It's a price to pay for it. You look at people and you think this and you see what fancy cars, clothes, preachers. I use preachers for example, in big churches, this is that, but you don't know what that pastor or that preacher that went through to get what they got.
That's right.
It's a price to pay for it, baby. You're gonna lose some stuff if you were totally sold out to God. You're gonna lose some stuff.
Okay, sure would. Yeah, that's right.
You're gonna have to get rid of some stuff. You're gonna have to get yourself out the way and let God use you. I see so many of them. But I saw them come back to me. What do you got to do to be a prophetess? That's okay. Well, I'm a prophetess. I got the word of wisdom, all of that stuff. What can you do? Well, how do you go about being it? I said, well, first of all, you got to be called by God.
That's right.
Just like you're supposed to be called by God to be a preacher.
Right.
But it's funny how Claude say, what is it? Some was called, some was sent, some just picked up the Bible and went. And some of these bootleg preachers, that's what you think. These fake preachers, they just picked up the Bible and thought just because they can well, it's just like you hate don't make you a preacher. You get people get up and sing, get happy, and go, yeah, that don't mean you're anointed.
Right.
Just because you hoop around and run all over church don't mean that.
Right.
You might be running because bunch of running. You might be running because you see the spider. And everybody goes, oh, Pastor, she's shy. No, she ain't. She running from the bug. So if y'all see, I see a bug, I take on running, it ain't the Holy Ghost. Now, if I run out around the church, it will be, but if I run from here, it's a bug. That's what they think. They say there's a men of preachers that somebody had come up to you and say, you know what, you make a good preacher. Just because somebody says it don't make you a preacher.
That's right.
And I tell you one thing, that's something you better make sure that that's what God called you for. Because if you don't, the devil will literally destroy you. And that's why some preachers today, They ain't made it.
Right.
They ain't stuck with it. They preached a month and give it up. Because they weren't ready to be so. If you can remember when the different people said they followed Jesus, and you remember there was a young man that came and he was rich. And he told Jesus, I'll follow you. I won't be one of the disciples. I'll follow you. And Jesus told him, all the money and everything you got, everything that you got, I want you to go sell it and give the money to the poor. And the Bible said he walked away sorrowful. Because he didn't want to give up when he had to follow Jesus.
That's right.
The word said, if you deny yourself, follow me, pick up your cross and follow me. If you ain't ready to totally, completely submit yourself unto God, you better not get up call yourself trying to preach or trying to pray on somebody, prophesy to somebody, this, and that. And I tell you myself, well, that's the first thing you got to be called. A preacher and a prophet are two different things.
Two different things.
Because you got some preachers that can't prophesy.
That's right.
And you got some preachers that can't give a word of wisdom or word of knowledge or speak in tongues and give the message. A whole lot, every pastor don't have prophecy.
No.
You got to gain with it. I got both of them, but a lot of ministers don't have that.
That's right.
So you got to be called first. If you notice in Samuel, when Samuel was a little boy, and he was up under Eli, and they were asleep that night, and he said he heard a voice say, Samuel, Samuel. Now Samuel was little, and he said, here am I. Went in there and told Eli, what did you want? What are you talking about? You called me? He said, I didn't call you. He went back to bed. Again, Samuel, Samuel. Samuel woke up again. Here am I. Eli, what are you talking about? He said, and the third time God did it, Samuel, Eli knew what was going on. And God has called you to be the prophet for Israel. He called you to do this. So you're going to be called first.
Right.
Not nobody else telling you you'll make a good one or you can do it. Call by God. And then number two, you got these prophets out here that want to. Tom, if you give me $100, I can tell you your whole life story until May of next year. Well, why should somebody pay you? You get that on you and ask God what He wants you to do anyway.
That's right.
If you're working for the Lord will be the. Now, don't get me wrong. Preacher should get paid. Pastor should get paid. Evangelist should get paid. Workman's worthy of his hire. That's what the word says. Then the church is supposed to take care of the man and woman of God. They're supposed to. But when it comes to the difference between being a servant to God and being a sellout to God, you don't let people be what's called to entertainment. Because they said T.D. Jakes does not even call his church a church. He calls it the business.
Like you said, it said in the Bible that God told him to give all his belongings,
All of it.
to give it to the poor.
Mm-hmm.
Said, if you don't, there'd be something else coming up. But he did not tell him what.
Right.
He says, I don't want to give all my
He didn't want to give away his money.
Give it up.
Mm-mm.
If you don't give it up, you know what? Something else can't come up.
That's right. That's exactly right. If you don't give it up, God will take it.
Right, that's right. If something comes up, I'm going to see this way it said.
Mm-hmm.
Do that.
And you get a butt whoop in and you have the will of God. Oh, man. You better do it. I know I'm supposed to be preaching, but I ain't. Well, that's the reason why your life ain't been so easy.
That's right.
You choosing the hard way. You better get into it and get through with it.
That's right.
And then I said that the next thing you got to know that be a prophet or prophetess is no word. You need no word of God.
Right.
Because any message that God's ever told me for somebody has had Bible in it.
Right.
But you need to know the word. If you're going to start preaching, you need to learn the word. Now, like I said a while ago, how can I get up and preach you something or teach you something I don't know myself? They just go by and read what they think they want to read, and I think that's what God wants me to preach on. So I preach on this. No, you need to read this whole entire 66 books of the Bible.
You have to read the 66 books.
Wow.
You got to read it so you'll know.
You have to read it.
You got to know the word. If the devil know it, you need to know it too.
That's That's right.
That's the only thing gonna run him off is the word. If you don't know it, you can't run him off.
That's right.
So then, he said, so you have to have faith for all that. Then he said, but without faith, this is important, but without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Without faith, you can't please God.
Right.
Because if you don't trust him, then why is he here? Why are you serving me?
I turn my back over God. I did.
You gotta have faith.
You got faith. You got to.
And that's one of the biggest signs of faith. You've got to believe
Right.
that Jesus died and rose.
You did. Yeah, that's right. You did.
What else are you going to go by? Because, no, you didn't see it.
No.
You heard about it, but you wasn't there to see it. So that's one of the things you got to have faith. Then he said, by faith Noah, being warned of God of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world, and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. Noah had to have faith. Why? Because God told him to build an ark. Why? Because God said it was going to rain.
Yep.
But Noah could say, why? They had never seen rain on earth. Until it rained 40 days, 40 nights with the ark, it had never rained.
Never rained.
So, okay, wait a minute. You thinking, God, okay, wait a minute. I'm supposed to believe in something that I ain't never seen, that ain't never failed. And you know, you start to question, these people gonna think I'm crazy, they gonna think I'm stupid. What are you doing building an ark? It ain't never rained, blah, blah, blah. So Noah had faith. But he knew that he was a man of God to know if God said it, then I'm gonna do it.
He sure did. He told you that.
So God, whenever God tells me to do something, I'm just going to be crazy enough to do it. Why? Because he's not telling you just to hear yourself talk.
No.
He's telling you for a reason. He's telling you for his glory. He tells you to do something, you do it.
Right.
I don't care if don't let this get in the way. Because this will talk you out of everything.
He sure will.
God tell you you're going to pray for somebody before they come out of your ears and in your heart, the devil will be on the other side. You're going to look stupid. You don't need to go pray for them. They don't believe in you. They don't want you to touch them. And you're going to sit there and let the devil talk you out of it. And so that's what Noah didn't even think. Noah's what God told him to build an ark. I don't know why, but he must know why I'm going to build it.
Right, right.
When you think about that, people like that Adam because he was done that.
That's right. They laughed at him, made fun of him, killed every one of them. And the time when he had the faith to build it, or when it started raining, all they believed in, knocked on the door, let us in, don't let us in. And the one thing about it is this.
Right, right.
God took the key because he knew Noah would feel bad, and Noah would open up that door and let him come in. But God didn't want that, because God said, I gave you all these chances when he was building this ark, and you laughed at him, you made fun of him, you mocked him. So guess what? Go on and die with the rest of them.
Right,
Watch
right.
him away.
God don't do that, does he? Yes, he does. God hates sin.
Yep.
Yeah, he does.
Sure.
Yes, he does. So that's why God took the key, because he knew Noah was going to be compassionate enough to open that door and let the people on there. And God didn't want that.
No, he sure didn't. Don't know why, but he doing it.
He destroyed the whole earth.
He sure did.
Wiped it off the face of the earth. Just wiped it off.
There was nothing left.
Nothing.
Destroyed everything.
You know what? He had that little dove going on the way there.
Right.
He come back one day, he said, we don't like birds.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And when you do a sin, when you do come against God, then he has no choice but to wipe away everything and start over. That's like when he's not going to destroy the world by water, but he's going to destroy the world by fire. So he has to start all over once again.
Right. Because with fire, because why? That's why we see a rainbow. The rainbow is God's promise to Noah that he would not destroy the earth no more with water, but with fire.
Right.
So what? God's just going to set the whole world on fire? Don't know. On things he ain't going to destroy. He can make it so hot, in one of these summers, he can make it so hot that if you stepped outside, you would just disintegrate.
Right.
Smell, yeah.
Right.
You would just melt because it's so hot.
Sure, yeah.
He could make a meteor to fall down from the sky, and when it hit the earth, just explode.
All earth be gone.
Right.
We don't know.
We don't know.
But we got the faith to know that he said he wasn't going to destroy it by water, he's going to destroy it by fire.
Right. Right.
And that's what it says.
Because he made, Noah had faith enough in God to know he promised me this.
Right.
So he's going to do it. He's not a man that's short of his promises. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should, after receive for inheritance, obeyed it. He went out, not knowing where he went. By faith, he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. For he looked, now listen, for he looked for a city which hath foundations, whose builder and maker is God. What is that city? Heaven. That's whose builder and maker did. I just said at the first beginning, God made the heaven and earth.
Right.
Yeah.
So he said, he know he's looking for the promise of a city whose builder and maker was God.
Right.
And Abraham told the children of Israel all the time
That's right.
that the blessing of Canaan was coming. But guess what? The Lord didn't allow Abraham to see it. Well, well, God promised me something, then don't let me see it. Well, there are a lot of reasons. He could say, but I feel, I trust in you enough that I won't tell you a secret.
Right.
That's right.
Whether you see it or not, it's still coming.
Right.
Sure is.
That's why you have to have faith. Whether we see the money for the bill or not, no, God's got it somewhere. Or he's got to tell me you don't owe this month or whatever else. We have to have faith. And how many in here know that? Why is it that we can pray for somebody and we have faith for them, but when it comes to us, it's like we can't believe God?
Right. Right.
I can believe it for Tom, but I can't believe it for myself. It's hard to pray for yourself than it is somebody else, and believe that God can touch somebody else.
Right.
And then when you face with that same thing, here you are doubting what you just told that person what God would do, but in your heart you're doubting.
I tell Jesus all the time, I love him.
Yeah, that's our lack of faith. It's just, but sometimes it's hard like that. I do it myself, done it myself. I can lay hands on somebody and know God's getting ready to give him a new house, or God's going to heal him from cancer, whatever. And then here I am out here, oh God, oh, I can't run. And here I am with you. You believe for everybody else but God? And then he said, right here in verse 13, he said, these all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off. Ain't that something?
That is something.
To have faith enough that even though I didn't see this, I believe God's going to do it.
Right.
And some people say, even though I'm sick, and when I die, my kid ain't saved, but I got faith to know that God's going to save them. Whether you see it or not.
That's right.
These men in the Bible, they didn't even see what God promised them. But they still had faith to believe it.
That's like in the Bible, it specifically says in some verses, like, even though God promised them something, well, in the next chapter, next verse, or whatever, it's meant for somebody else to see it,
Right.
for somebody else to hear, or meant for somebody else to actually write, or for somebody to prophesy.
Perfect example, Daniel, the book of Daniel. Do you know that the book of Daniel has prophesied or is prophesying everything that we're going through right now?
Yep.
The book of Daniel talks about everything that's going on that we're going through now. But at the end, it said Daniel was standing there and he looked over some water and different things like that. And he was looking at what John in Revelation, what Jesus showed him. And when Daniel looked over at the angel and said, what does that mean? What is that? And the angel told him, it's not for you to know.
Right.
That's right.
It's not yet for you to know. Then you got all these 100 years later to where they had John to write the book of Revelation. Now we can't see Revelation yet because that ain't here yet. But the book of Daniel is everything we're going through now is here.
Yep, it is. It's here right now.
You read the book of Daniel, it's in there about with the economy, with the government, with people, all that stuff is going on now. And were persuade them and embrace them and confess that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. What is faith? I looked it up in the dictionary. It said allegiance to duty of person, to be loyal. I mean, if you get a good best friend, you got a good one.
Right.
Because a best friend will tell you when you're wrong. They'll tell you when you're doing something right. They'll have you back no matter what. If somebody mess with you, they be ready to whip them too. You know, somebody talk about you, they gonna talk about you too. They be ready to fight, or whatever else. That's being loyal to somebody. They're like the president of the United States. You're supposed to be the president. Or like a pastor. You're like us, you dedicated your job, dedicated to princes, or Lord Princes, right? That's what it means. And then it said, the quality of being true to one's promises. If I tell you I'm going to do something, you can best believe that probably 96.999 that I'll do it. Now, if I say maybe I can get there or maybe I go, then I could or then I couldn't. But if Princess tells you she's going to do something, I'm going to do it. Now, we know sometimes things come up about it, whatever, there's something that you can't do something. We know that. But I'm talking about being true blue, true friend to the end. You know what I mean? That's what it is to God. It said belief and trust in God. When we become Christians, we accept Christ. We're supposed to be loyal to Christ.
That's right.
You're supposed to be obeying Him. Hey, God's got my back. I'm hanging out with Jesus. This is that and that. You're being dedicated to Jesus. And when you start sinning and doing things that are not of God, you betraying your friend.
Right.
You ever seen people lose out on friendships because of something stupid that one did? And then they ain't been friends since. They've been friends 40 years or something happened and that was it. So then they turn it back on you. They're talking about you, putting you down whatever like everybody else. That's not being loyal. And I'm sorry, that's the thing that it is when we turn it back on God. We've lost Abraham. The Bible called him a friend of God.
Yep.
Ain't that something for God to say that you're my friend?
Right.
He called Abraham a friend of God. And Abraham, no matter what God told Abraham to do, he did it. Now he was loyal to God. Now what about when God told Abraham to take Isaac, his son, and take him up on the mountain and kill him? Abraham didn't question it. Abraham didn't say, no, I'm not doing this. Abraham told Sarah he was leaving, but he never let her know where he was going, what he was doing. And he'll know it. Can you imagine knowing the kids with you and y'all hanging out, being cool, and the kids just talking to you, looking up to you. You know how they are when they're little, and they're just looking up to you and everything, and you know it in your heart that you can really go kill this child. That's something they have to deal with, knowing the whole time that you're going to kill your own child.
Well, he did good though.
He didn't. Well, Tom, quit messing up my story. I'm going to get to that. It's always one in the crowd. It just leaks out the good part. But Abraham believed God to say, I don't understand this and I don't know why God wants me to do it. But I'm going to do it because He was Lord. God got up there, and God wanted to see, let's see how far you go, how big that you going to be. Because you got people that say, oh, I won't leave you, I'll stick right with you, and I'll be right with you, you don't have to worry about me.
That's right.
Then you need me, you don't see him. If you need me, call me, and you call me, I can't do nothing.
Right.
But Abraham was like, okay, and Abraham got this child, and you can imagine that Isaac was looking up at him thinking, what are we doing, Daddy? And he told him, we're making Isaac said, when Isaac looked at Abraham, he said, oh, you're doing a sacrifice to God? And he said, well, I see the wood and the fire, but where's the sacrifice? How hard would it have been to look over at him and tell him it's you? For your kid to say, well, what we going to put on him?
That's right.
And another thing, Isaac had enough faith in his daddy to say, I don't know what's going on, but I guess if daddy says it's okay. That's what he goes, you know, if you let a kid, they're going to be kicking and screaming, no, what are you doing, Daddy? No. But Isaac, they said he just laid right on down. Like, and Abraham had the knife up to kill him. And as he went to come down, God said, stop. And he said, and look over in the bush. And the Bible said he was a ram in the thicket. And he told Abraham, I want you to sacrifice it. So he didn't sacrifice it, but he was going to. That much faith in God. That's some faith. And then, Daniel, in the lion's den. Oh, Daniel was one of the most, Daniel was this, Daniel was that, Daniel was that. And the king got drunk, trying to look big in front of all his buddies. Say, you can't, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. If I catch anybody praying, they're gonna get, I can just imagine that. And the king with all his buddies, and he trying to act big, he's half drunk. I'll tell you, I'm the king of this council. I run this place. You know how men do when they get friends. I tell my wife what to do. I tell my old woman, I say, get it, woman. But they don't say that when we're around, don't do. They bragging on their buddies. I told her, listen here, woman, this is how it's going to be. And you better do it. And then the woman, what did you say? Oh, nothing, honey. What you want me to figs? So men get around and they get big. Everything I say goes. So rest of them said, oh, well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you make a law? We heard some of these people be out here praying. We don't want to. That's what I bring my mouth again. And he signed that on the dotted line. Anybody that's caught praying gonna get thrown in the lion's den. Now the Bible said the king loved Daniel with all his heart. He was close to Daniel, and he believed that God was in Daniel, that Daniel served God. Well, he signed the paper being drunk. Daniel had his windows open. Bible said Daniel prayed 3 times a day. And Daniel was praying loud. So here come them to the king. Hey, you remember what you said the other night about what you can do? Yeah. Well, your buddy was over there praying. What you gonna do with him? King, like what you mean? He was thinking you made a law against praying. You said anybody that prayed got caught praying died. So what you gonna do? When that him being king, he done sit up there now and say, oh God, that's my friend and I'm going. So he gets Daniel and get ready to throw Daniel in the lion then. Then the king was thinking, oh God, Lord, I don't know. And the Bible says, like I said, lions and that looking at Daniel, and Daniel probably looking at him like, oh man, you know, I'm getting ready to be dinner. And all of a sudden, the angel came down. And the Bible said he put the lions to sleep. Well, Daniel just got him a pillow and that rock. He just said, well, I'm going to go to sleep. The lions asleep. And they all laying around him. Sleep. So the next morning, the king thought for sure he was dead. And the king hollers, oh Daniel, have the Lord delivered thee? They thought, oh, we ain't gonna hear nothing because I know them lions are tore him up. And you can imagine the king going, oh man. And Daniel hollering about, oh king, God had delivered me and shut the lion's mouth. And when that happened, Daniel come out and bring him out of there. And the lions took the king took it through all the people that said the ones he bragged about with the law, signed the paper, he threw all them in the lions then.
Right.
Look at Daniel thinking, now you know what, I'm supposed to pray. I prayed, and if I got to do this, I was going to have to do it.
Yeah, but their families got their own.
But he knew God was going to deliver him. Why? Because he had faith.
Yep.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Yeah.
3 Hebrew boys God loved. He was raised up with Daniel.
Right.
All of them was in the king's castle. Then Nebuchadnezzar got on his drunk self. How about that got loud? Whenever you hear the instruments and the music playing, everybody bow down to me. And if you don't, we're going to throw you in the furnace. Well, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, the music started playing, and Shadrach, Meshach just sit there. Everybody else done bent down, and then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego look around like, can you imagine saying, don't you hear the music playing? When the music is playing, you're supposed to get down on your knee and bow down to the king. So shut it up, play it again. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Well, see, if that had been me, I'd understand and said, okay, God, I'm doing this, but you're trying to get me killed. Because I don't know what you call yourself doing, but whatever it is, you better do it quick. If I'd been in that, then again, they didn't bow. Well, the king loved, just like he loved Daniel, he loved them with all his heart. Took the boys, tied them up, and even to make sure that he killed them all, he said, turn the fire up hotter, 7 times hotter, to make sure these jokers burn. The jokers ain't it. That's my version. That's the Prince's version.
That's the gangster version.
That's it. That's the gangster version. That's the OG version. Tied them up, and Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego said this: we believe God gonna deliver us. But then they come around and said, but if he does, he's still God.
Right.
Can you imagine going to God? I'm praying for you to heal me from whatever. But if you don't heal me, you still God.
Right.
If he don't pay for the house, if he don't let you have the car, if he don't get rid of that cancer or that sugar or whatever else it is, if he don't do this, he's still God. And he's still able to do it. Just because God don't answer us all the time don't mean he ain't able to do it.
Right.
It's because you don't need it. Sometimes it's for us not to need something. We won't give me. And we see this, and he sees further down the road than what we see. So he knows best. So if you get this is what's going to happen. You're going to lose your mind. You're going to be acting crazy. So no, you're not going to get it. So it ain't all the time that God can't do it. They said, if he don't deliver us, he's still God. Said they were walking around in the furnace. And they said they were walking around there, praising God at the time, doing that. Praising God. Matter of fact, one of the keepers, the guards, got too close to the fire and it burned him up. Because it was 7 times hotter. It was hot, but they made sure we go fry these boys. And then they kept on, they looked and they like, wait a minute. They not even, what's going on? And said, the Bible said the king looked in there. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Didn't we throw 3 of them in there? There was 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
And the king said, it's another one in there. And the Bible said what? He looked like the Son of God. Hey! Praise God. So Jesus still, he existed before he was supposed to exist.
Right.
Because the word said he looked like the Son. Jesus was in the furnace with them.
Right.
Because they said, wait, we threw 3 people in there. Where does this other man come from? And the king told him, get him out of there. And when they brought him out of the fire, they didn't even smell like smoke. You know how you be around something. You know how people smoke. You go, oh God, I'm going to take my clothes. I can't stand this cigarette smoke. Or you burn something, you know, like you burn up something in the pot, green beans or something. If you go and eat it, it tastes burnt. It don't. Nothing was burned on them, didn't burn their clothes. You couldn't even smell smoke. And Nebuchadnezzar made a decree that you serve the God that these boys serve. But they had to have faith.
Right.
They had faith. Sometimes we won't praise God all the time when we got it. But we're supposed to praise him and thank him and serve him when we don't have it.
Right.
I've seen people shouting, oh, everything's going fine. They shouting and hooping and hollering. And when Lord don't let trouble hit them, and they'll come in church like, they won't raise their hand. I'm just going through so much. Well, you're supposed to praise him no matter what. Because he's still God no matter what. He's still God. And so he said, without faith, it's impossible to please God. We all did a little measure of faith. When we get saved, that's what the word says. And he said, if you got faith the size of a little bitty mustard seed. Has anybody ever seen one? It is smaller than a, how can I describe it? Real little. I mean little. Lord, that's as much faith I got to have. He said, you have faith the size, grain the size of mustard seed, you can speak to the mountain. But you got to have faith to do it. That's why that scripture said in James, I believe that faith without works is dead. You can work, but if you ain't got no faith behind it, it ain't going to work.
Right.
I come here and pray for Tom all day long. And say God's going to touch him. Say something, God, he need a new heart. But if I'm standing there praying and I don't believe God can do it,
Ain't no use.
then Tom ain't going to get healed.
That's right. There you go.
I tell people, if you don't believe God can say, don't put your unholy hands on me. If you ain't living right, don't put your unholy hands on me. Because people don't believe, they can stop that right there. If you got people up, somebody comes in here and they got cancer, and we get up here and pray for them, believing God gonna heal them. If you don't believe it, keep your tail in your seat.
He done that, prayed for a woman one time, and I said, I wonder if she got better of that cancer. Well, she asked one day, and happened about a month later, she started right in front of me. I said, how you doing? She said, I'm doing good. She said, you know what? I said, what? She said, I got better with that cancer. I said, amen. I said, thanks Lord for that. What do you think about that?
If you got one person down, that'll stop it.
That's right.
Same thing with casting out demons. If you scared to death, well, just sit there with your Bible. You got Jesus, you shouldn't be afraid of that no way.
That's right. There you go.
We got power over here because we got to use Jesus' name.
There you go. Right.
If you don't believe God can heal me or move me, don't put your hands on me. And I mean that. I mean, you so rude, you're right. I show him when it comes to blessings of God and miracles. If you don't believe God can't heal me, don't put your hand on me.
There you go. That's right.
You gonna doubt, sit back there because God can't move in doubt and unbelief.
No, he can't move like that. That's right.
If, like I said, if you ain't living right, don't put your hands on me. Because you try, somebody got demons and you sit up here trying to be all cool, be a hypocrite in church and not believe in nothing, and you sit there, somebody got something put in here, guess what? It'll transfer, go right on them.
Yeah,
Sure is. Right. Amen. That's right.
And so, I'm coming to the close. But in Romans, how did we do? We had to have faith in order to get saved, didn't we?
Amen. That's right. I prayed for a guy come my house one day, help me fix weed here with lawnmowers. And I asked him one day, I said, baby, you want your cup of coffee? He said, yeah. He said, I don't mind a cup. I went there and I got a cup of coffee. He said, what? You know, I sung one song, and God hit him right there. He says, I need your faithfulness. Well, okay, I will. I done it for him. And he said, buddy, I sure thank you. You went home, and he was happy when you went home. See, as friends, you know.
You got to have faith in order to, how you can't get saved, that begins faith right there. Because why? It says right here in this verse, that if thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Jesus, and shalt believe in thine heart that God hath raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved.
Amen. I prayed for that guy, but he told me his name, I forgot. I said, when you get time, just come back over, And I sung the song, and he felt good. Right there, buddy. Right there. That's why he's
right
outside. He said, pray for me.
You can't become a Christian if you didn't believe Jesus died for your sins.
That's right. There you go. I prayed for him.
You got ABC. They call it ABC. You got to admit your sinner. You got to believe. And then you got to confess your sins.
That's right. There you go. Right.
Because you can't believe in Jesus. If you sit up there and don't have faith in this person or believe they can do this, blah, blah, then you want to get saved.
Right.
That's the ultimate faith thing right there. Right. Jesus died for my sin. I have faith that he died. I have faith he's coming back to get me. That's what it said. Well, there's another thing here. It said that, for with the heart man believes unto righteousness, and with the mouth confession is made unto salvation. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. For whosoever call upon the name of the Lord might be saved. No. Whosoever calls the name of the Lord, if it's on a good day, could be saved. No, he said shall be. That means it's happened. Then faith cometh by hearing.
That's right.
Hearing by the word of God. How can you learn anything about God? You're a new Christian, or in church, whatever else. How are you going to learn anything about God? You're going to learn anything about Jesus. You got to learn about how this operates and that's operates. How you get close along. If you don't come here to the word of God.
Right.
The Bible said we begotten by the word. Yeah, you can say somebody saying all that. But that word is what condemns and convicts and draws. I can sing you a song all day and make you feel good all day. But that word will pierce you. You know what the Bible said? What is sharper than any two-edged sword.
Right.
It'll cut you going in, cut you going out. It said he goes and separates to the mark of your bones. So faith got to come by hearing. Hearing by the word of God.
That's right.
If you don't come or you don't ever hear testimonies of people saying, God healed me of cancer, I had a heart attack, God kept me here, this person had trials in a bad car accident, God spared our life, then you start to hear, well, if God can move these people, maybe he can me. What do they do? Build up your faith.
Right.
But you got to hear it before you can have it.
Right.
Faith comes by hearing by the word of God. If somebody ain't teaching the word of God, you're hearing that too. Or preaching the word of God, they preach the wrong thing, you're hearing that too. You got to have faith. It said without it, it's impossible to please the Lord. You got to. Even Jesus himself had to have faith in his Father.
That's right.
If you can remember when Lazarus was being raised up from the grave, what did Jesus say? Jesus said, now God, Father, I know you can do all things. Jesus knew that. Jesus knew that it wasn't nothing to bring Lazarus out of the grave. But Jesus said this, not for me, but for those that are around me.
Right.
They need to see and believe. Jesus already knew what his Father could do.
That's right.
I'm not doing this to make myself look big, and otherwise Jesus said, I'm not doing this to make people think I'm cool. But I want you to do this, Lord, so everybody around can see it. And that's what happened. Here comes Lazarus out of dead. So Jesus himself had to be prepared to be a man of faith. What if throughout his whole Bible that God told Jesus to do stuff and Jesus didn't do it because he didn't have faith to do it?
Right.
He would have never performed the miracles he performed. He never would have been able to raise the dead.
No.
He would have been able to cast out demons. He wouldn't be able to do none of that stuff. Just like he got on the disciples about where is your faith. When he was in the boat, the ship was sinking.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, don't you care about us? You try to. And he come up and he said, oh yeah, little thing. You don't think I can calm this sea? You've been, in other words, he said, you've been around me long enough to know what I can do. You shouldn't even be doubting. You can expect other people down here down, but you won't be, and y'all doubt.
That's right.
And he just brought the word peace and then just stopped. Jesus, they should know if Jesus was down there sleeping and all that wasn't bothering him, they should have been bothered by it. But he ain't worried about it, so why should you be? Why should they be? Jesus wasn't worried. He wasn't worried, no, I just went on sleep, honey. Sometimes that's what we got to be. The devil trying to worry, keep you up all night, trying to worry, whatever. The devil, I'm going, Jesus went to sleep in the ship, I'm going to sleep too.
Yeah, Jesus asked that guy, said, ain't you going to help me?
Yeah.
Ship, ain't you going to help me? No, master, he said, no, Alfred, I drowned. That's what he said. He told him, he said, well, you won't done if you believe in me.
That's right. Just like Peter. Peter was in the boat, and they seen Jesus walking across the water. Peter's like, oh man, here they go. Peter's like me. His mouth got him in trouble all the time. Poor Peter. I believe I'm cute to him. I'm going to have to go back to Ancestry.com and see. Go back to the Bible and see me in Peter's skin. Peter was on that. Peter's like, oh man, that's cool. I want to walk on the water. Let me be because this. And then, he gonna say, well, if that's you. Now, you know it was you. Who does he think it was going to be? A call somebody? If that's you, Jesus, come on and, but that be something I'd probably say, now, God, is this you? Because, you know, really, I'd be like Hong Kong food. I'm ready to punch a demon out, God. If this ain't you, if this angel, they're going to get hit. You better show yourself quick because I'm about to cock it. If that's you, then let me go walk on the water too. So there goes Peter just moving on the water. Looking all cool, everything was going so more wonderful until Peter looked down. And the Bible said when he looked down, what happened? He lost his faith. And he went to drown. And that's when the devil gets in and puts fear and puts doubt and unbelief when we take our eyes off Jesus.
Right.
As long as we got eyes on Jesus, we on the straight and narrow. But the minute we take them off, we in trouble. I can't believe they backslid. Wonder how they did that. They took their eyes off Jesus.
That's what happened on you afterwards.
Yep.
You take your eyes off of him, you're in trouble. That's just like me and Rose on that driving up on that heavenly sky mountain up there. We don't call oh my God, that wasn't even a mountain. I don't even know what. It's nighttime. I can't see good at night, no way. Which I'm doing good with these new glasses. I can see now. And I said, Rose, that she's supposed to be looking at the car in front of us that was leading us out of that Holland. And I'm like, oh, Rose, where did the car go? I don't know. I said, what you mean you don't know? You're supposed to be looking to see where the car went. I'm looking over here trying to see when you get close to this mountain. I said, you're supposed to be looking at 30 Rose in fact. So here we are, black folks in white country at night. I said, Lord, please don't let us get up here in one of these hollers and somebody come out of the gun and start shooting us, Lord. And we find, I said, Lord Jesus, help me. Show me where it is. Rose ain't no help to me. Help me, Lord. I said, then depend on her no way, Jesus. I took my eyes off Jesus and the car. And then when I felt, okay, that's Jesus. We better. But that's what happened. We take our eyes off Jesus. But Peter looked down, he got scared because why? See, he had his mind on the Lord, so he wasn't worried about it. I'm floating on this water. And then the devil probably made him look down. When he looked down, Jesus like, Lord, if I was Jesus, I'd let him go and stay in there about 5 minutes and say, oh no, you want out now? I can't tell you, look at me.
Right.
And then he got back in the boat. And Jesus got back in the boat. But see, that's our faith. If it's when you let the devil or something, I got news for you. People will mess your faith up too. Sometimes you can't tell everybody what you're going through. Well, just like Job and his friends. Yeah, so-called friends. Well, you must have done something for God to be whooping on you. If you must have did this, you should have did this, you said. Well, what is it if they call them friends from these enemies?
Yeah.
That's right.
stay negative and don't believe God can do it, get away from me. Please, get away from me. Because I'm trying to believe God for myself or for some getaway. That's one time I tell Poncho, I said, would you shut up? I said, because here I am trying to have faith. You know, I said, you the worst faith as preacher I ever seen. Bless God. Shut up. Shut up. My old preacher don't be around a whole lot of people. Right, you're right. Sure don't. I'm sure not.
Right.
More you do that, the more vulnerable you get.
Yeah.
And then here come the devil.
That's right.
Oh, then I've been accused, I just love white folks, I don't love the black ones. Well, I think I'm better than the black folks, I've heard it too.
We care for all of them. We care for all of them.
That's right, they say that, I said, okay, well, whatever you say, if that's what you need to say, if that's what you need to think.
God tells me we care for them all.
That's right.
We love them all. You
So just because I don't associate with you, and I'm not on phone talking to you all the time, don't mean nothing, no, honey. I just don't associate. I don't have no time for no drama and no mess and all that kind of stuff. No.
You know, I told my wife, I said, Tim, down, his boy might have that baby, and I said, I told Preston about it. He said, yeah, that's right. I said, yes, Steve, we're supposed to care for all of them too.
That's right.
So what I said, she said, that's right.
That's right.
I said, God ain't gonna make a difference from us. Because we're all people. We're
It
all
don't
people.
matter.
No matter what. And if somebody said that, I said, you're wrong.
Right. Right.
You want to know that? So we ain't different.
No.
See, but God cares for us, all of us.
Right. Right.
So you do that. You know, I think people do that. You know, God bless them a lot more. You know that.
That's right.
You know that, Francis?
No.
Francis, I believe that. You know, God tell me something other. Why ain't they heart attack and stuff? You know.
Yeah.
And there's something about it, ain't there?
Right.
There have to be something about it. But I just when I'm doing stuff, I think there's something about it, y'all. You know what? I don't know matter what, I still love the Lord. I ain't ashamed either.
That's right.
I don't care what anybody can tell me.
That's right. You better tell it because he's your spirit.